Well, hello everybody, and welcome to week 4. Let me mute. Hang on. Let me mute everybody, and let me get over here because we're going to go to week 4 of our new partner training. Oh my gosh, it's been crazy. We Congratulations to all of you for hanging out with me and making it this far. You definitely celebrate yourself. And whether you're feeling confident or challenged or even a little uncertain, you have made great progress. You're still here. That's a plus. So tonight's going to be all about solidifying your foundation and setting you up for success as we continue this journey that we're on. But before we jump into today or tonight, I wrote this earlier so everything says today. As we jump into tonight, we're going to take a minute and we're going to look at what we've covered the last 3 weeks. So I want you to think about everything you've learned, and more importantly, think about how you've started applying it to your Zingular business. And if you haven't started applying it, how are you going to start applying it? So in week 1, we focused on getting started right. This is where we made sure you understood the basics, setting up your account, understanding the back office, talking about the app, familiarizing yourself with the products, setting a clear goal that's easy to track, and having conversations with people about what you were doing. So the goal in week 1 was to get you comfortable with the foundational tools in your business while also making sure you have the confidence to talk about what Zingular offers, because confidence is key. And we worked on building that foundation right from the start. So at week 2, we really focused on connecting with others. We learned the importance of sharing your story, asking open-ended questions to understand people's goals. And we started to starting to like build relationships with people, with potential customers and partners. And this is where we discussed the art of following up and the importance of staying consistent with day-to-day things. We also started setting the stage for how to create your social proof by encouraging you to get feedback from your happy customers. So week 3, we turned our focus to action and results. We emphasized the importance of staying committed, sticking to your daily actions, and learning as you go. You were given practical tools to promote your business, and how to share the products, how to host your own event, how to reach out to people with a purpose. So by now, you've probably seen how small steps are leading into bigger results, whether it's booking your first event. Karen, I'm so proud of you. Or hearing your first yes. You've been practicing the habits that drive success in this business. So here we are. We're at week 4, the final week of your new partner training. So we're going to up this. We're going to take it to the next level. So tonight we're going to talk about your mindset, how to overcome challenges, how to build a business that lasts. We're going to dive into the bigger picture. So meaning like how do you keep momentum going after the excitement of the first few weeks? So how do you continue to grow and get better and push through the inevitable obstacles? And I love having so many new people on my team as I'm doing this training, because I'm taking things that I'm hearing from you guys and I'm learning, the questions that you're asking. And that's how these trainings have come about, and how I've figured out what to train on each week is based on, as you go through what you're doing, then I know, like, if one person has the question, everybody has the question. So tonight we're going to talk about resilience, persistent, and staying the course. And it's all about embracing the long game and committing to the process even when things get tough. So when you're starting in network marketing, in particular in a business like Zingular, hearing no is not only inevitable, it's essential. It's what defines your success isn't how many times you hear the word no, but how you respond to it. It's how you build a resilient mindset that helps you bounce back and keep moving forward no matter what. So imagine you're a sprinter running a race, okay? And in order to cross the finish line and claim the victory, you have to keep your eyes on the goal. You got to stay focused on the path and ignore the obstacles along the way. The hurdles in the race do not signify failure. They're just part of the course, right? So hearing no is one of those hurdles. And it's crucial that you understand that it's a normal part of the journey and not an indication of failure. Oh my gosh. I used to take somebody, when I first started, I used to take somebody telling me no so personal, because why in the world would they say no? I'm telling you, this is some good stuff. I'm telling you, this is good. You're my friend. I know you need this. Why would you tell me no? And I would take it so personal. But over the years, I have learned that it's just my job to tell you. It's not my job to make the decision for anybody, right? So rejection doesn't mean you're failing or that you're doing something wrong. In fact, each no is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and improve. So rejection is not personal. It's simply someone else's choice. It doesn't reflect your value or the value of what you offer. It's merely a decision made by someone based on their current circumstance, their priorities, their own mindset, their own fear of failure. So learning to embrace those no's will make your business journey easier, more fulfilling, and much more sustainable. It's about developing that resilience to keep moving forward no matter what comes, because life's going to happen. It's going to jump up, slap you in the face, probably run you over with a wagon 2 or 3 times while you on the singular journey. Believe me, I can vouch. But it's how you face those obstacles and face the things that are thrown at you as to what makes you stronger and makes you grow. And I heard somebody had told a story about somebody telling you no. If you were to I don't know, if you were to own an ice cream shop and you stood out in front of that ice cream shop and you had those little, the little ice cream spoons, and you had samples of ice cream out there, and somebody came by and you said, "Do you want a sample?" And they said, "No, thank you." Would you get mad? Like, would you take that personally? Because somebody's going to come by and say, "Yeah, I want the ice cream." Same thing with Singular. So to be successful in network marketing, you've got to adopt a resilient mind. And here's how. First, you've got to shift your focus from the results to the process. Okay? Does that make sense? You've got to take your mind away from what somebody's going to say and focus on what you're going to say to them. That's what matters. The outcome is none of your business. Your business is telling them what you got. The most successful people in network marketing have learned the art of focusing on the process, the daily activities that move them closer to success, rather than obsessing over the immediate answer. So when you hear no, instead of feeling discouraged, focus on the fact that you're learning how to handle objections, fine tune your pitch, and approach things from a different angle, because you're growing and you're getting better. So the second thing is be grateful for every no. And I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. Um, when you hear no, it gives you information. It tells you that you're talking to the wrong person at that moment. So you're never talking to the wrong person, but it's not their time, or that you haven't fully communicated the value of what we have compared to their need. But the important thing is you keep showing up, because every single no brings you closer to the person who's ready for what you have to offer. So, y'all all know Babe Ruth. He was Babe Ruth, home run king. He had more home runs. He held the record for home runs. Did you also know that Babe Ruth had more strikeouts than anyone in the Major League Baseball, and all of the teams at the time, that he had the most home runs? And somebody had asked him one time, say, "Oh, do you not freak out because you have so many strikeouts?" He said, "No, because every single strikeout gets me closer to that next home run." So when we adopt that kind of mindset, then that's what will grow us. When we're not worried about the people that say no, because that's just going to get us to the next one that says yes. Because I've said it so many times, this is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more that are eventually going to say yes. So let me tell you a story about one of the most successful network marketers that I know. She shared with me that when she started, she kept a no list. She kept a list of every single person who rejected her. And she would look at that list and remind herself, every one of these no's is just a stepping stone to my next yes. And she used those to motivate her and drive her forward. And eventually, she kept following up with those no's. And eventually, most of the people on that list, she had to mark off the no list because they eventually became yeses. And especially with like our business, like most of the time when you're posting, people are reaching out to you for information. You're not going pounding doors and pounding sidewalks. I mean, at the beginning, you're going to reach out to your friends and the people that you know and say, try this with me. We're going to be guinea pigs together, all that kind of stuff. But once you start posting and once you start branding yourself, people come to you. They would not come to you if they did not need what you have. So eventually, if you keep following up and if you keep reminding them that this is going to help them with whatever goal it was, eventually those no's are going to turn to yes when it's their time. So, number 3, change your perspective on failure. There's a big difference between failure and learning. Big difference in this business. Failure is only permanent if you quit. If you stop trying, yeah, you failed. But if you take each no as a learning experience and keep refining your skills, you're not failing, you're progressing. So think about it this way. No successful person has ever gotten to where they are without facing failure. So Thomas Edison once said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that it won't work. I love that. When you change your perspective on failure, you stop seeing the no's as an obstacles and you start seeing it as part of your path to success. And then the next thing is you've got to create a resilient, a mental resilient routine. Just like you have a physical workout routine to build your body, you need something up here because right here between your 2 ears is your biggest sabotager ever. You can, oh my gosh, your own self loathe or the way you talk to yourself will kill more dreams than anything else ever could. We are harder on ourselves than anybody else is on us. We kill more dreams and we tell ourselves, gosh, all the time. We do not speak life to ourselves. We can tell everybody else how amazing they are, but when we look in the mirror, we're like, oh, I'll never be as good as her. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't speak like that. Oh, I don't know enough people. Oh, I mean, it's just like, whoa, 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 my Lord. Can you imagine so if you had a friend and if you talk to your friend the way you speak to yourself, how long would that friend call you every day? Not long? No. With this business, the only limits that are on this business are the ones that you set. So when you get out of your own way and when you start speaking life over yourself and pouring the positivity into yourself, oh my gosh, there is nothing you can't accomplish. Nothing. I believe that you can do anything, but I can't do it for you. So until you believe in yourself and until you start having that confidence that you need, use my belief in you because I promise you, you can do hard things. And the ways that because this was me too, y'all. And I know you don't believe this, but you can ask my husband. I could not speak. Like I would the first time, and Karen reminded me of me. She went live. She hadn't gone live yet, but even these videos that she's doing, she's terrified. I was the same way. Like I would push live and if somebody didn't get on there in like 5 seconds, I would end it and I would delete. And I'll be like, oh my God, I cannot do this. I cannot talk. And I would get like physically nauseous. And it took me a long time to get to a point where I wasn't like that. But I had to speak to myself every single day. And it would be like, um, I would look in the mirror and I would have it written on my mirror, you are a good speaker. And I would say, you are a good speaker. No, you're not a good speaker. You suck. You stutter. You can't get your words out right. And under my breath, I was saying all these horrible things, but out loud, I was saying, you are a good speaker. And you know what happened? As time went on and I kept saying these things, the positive things got louder, so much so that the negative things under my breath started becoming a muffle. And when you hear something every single day, and especially if you're speaking life over yourself, the negativity doesn't have room when you're filling your mind with positivity and all the good things about you. And that's why I'm so big on positive affirmations. I'm so big on speaking the things that you struggle with as if they are. Like, I, I don't have a lot of friends. I have so many friends, and you say it out loud until it becomes a reality. And I know that sounds crazy, but you can manifest. Like when you start speaking it, it manifests. Your words have life, your words have power. So speak whatever it is. If you don't feel like you're strong, you say, I am strong. You say whatever it is that you struggle with in a positive way as if it already is. I am strong. I am capable. I am successful. I am a fantastic singular leader. I am, and I've got on my wall, I am an ambassador. I ain't close to no ambassador, but I say it to myself every day. I act it. I train like it. I talk like it. I put myself out there just like I am because that's where I'm going. And why not go ahead and act like one now? But whatever it is that you want, just be it now. And you do your daily affirmations, your gratitude journal. That is huge. Have a gratitude journal to um, all the things that you're grateful for, and then that will push away the negativity too. And then just the visualize writing down your goals. That's a huge one. And then I don't know if this is a word, but mindfulness. This just the things like all the things in your mind, practicing staying calm, practicing staying centered, pray. I mean, if this team prays, okay? So pray for yourself, pray for your business. Pray that the Lord will surround you with positive people. Pray that God will put people in your life that will edify you and uplift you and be your biggest cheerleaders, and that there's no room for negativity in your life. Pray that. God wants to bless you. Pray that He opens your storehouse up on you. Pray that He just blesses you abundantly and exceedingly, and all the things. Ask for those blessings. So, I have got so many things written down and I'm not going to get to all of them. Remember your why. That was one of the things we talked about the first day. You have got to know. That's the most important thing, especially on days when you hear no, is to remember why you're doing this, because that nothing else matters. You're going to keep doing it in spite of. When your why is big enough to get you out of bed and keep you up at night, then there you go. And if it's not, you got to keep digging back those layers. Why do you want to be successful? What would, making $10,000 a month do for your family? And can't be just about the money. It's got to be about something deeper. It's got to be about something that's going to drive you to keep going. Okay, let's get past these no's and let's go to the second thing. But I'm just going to tell you this: shifting your mindset, you're going to find that the no's do not hold you back. They're going to empower you to improve, to grow. You've got to stay committed to the process, and you're going to see the results. Sometimes you don't see them right away. Sometimes it takes, following up with people, but it's in the end, you're going to find out it's not about the no's. It's about how resilient you are in the face of those no's. So number one, we got through that you've got, and that was a long one because I thought that was really, really important. But number one is was about the mindset and overcoming those challenges. So number two, we're going to talk about let me get to number two. Building your network. Happy customers are your best resources. So your network is everything in this business, and building that network starts with your happy customers. So one of the most powerful tools that you have in your entire arsenal is word of mouth. So when people are getting results, when they're happy with their products, they're going to tell people, and that's just human nature. When you go to a restaurant, have a good steak, you're going to tell everybody. You're going to also tell somebody when it sucks too. So we want to make sure our customers are happy, because that's going to be one of the best ways to have your business grow. And if you're new and not sure where to start, focus on the people who are already using your products. You don't have to go out and sell to strangers when you've got a great product and customers who love it. So happy customers will naturally want to share, and just ask them, because they're going to be your walking, talking billboards. They've tried the products, they believe in it, they're having results, and you can't buy that kind of marketing. It's authentic, it's powerful, and the best part, it's free. So, one of the things that I do as soon as I'm talking to a customer and they call me and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I've lost 3 pounds in 3 days," and I'm just like, "Girl, you know how many other people would want to lose 3 pounds in 3 days? Let's just go make a post on your Facebook. It'll hold you accountable, and you know what? Somebody else might be out there that needs that hope." And when you take them out of it, like when they see if I post and share this, it might help somebody else. People are so much more willing to help somebody than they are themselves. So get your happy customers to make a post, or get your happy customers to give you a name of 5 people. Who else do you think could lose whatever it is that they accomplished? Who else do you think, would enjoy losing 3 pounds in 3 days? And you can, if that's how I end up trying to get my partners, because I have them put me in a 3-way chat with them. I talk to them while that customer's in there. And when they're ready to order, I just go and say, "Look, I mean, I can take your commission if you want me to." I said, "But why don't we just go ahead and upgrade you, and you get the referral fee? It's that easy. You don't have to do anything else." And I would say 9 times out of 10, they're like, "Well, okay, that's all I got to do." So, um, you just got to use that resource. Have your customers put people in your testimony page, and just ask your customers if you can make a post on their page. Focus on the people who already love what you're doing, because that is tapping into an incredible resource that it's very, very often underutilized, because we don't, if they didn't say they wanted to be a partner, we don't think about them as sharing. But people share everything every single day of their lives. People share, they talk, and most likely, if they've lost a significant amount of pounds in a short amount of time, I promise you they're going to be telling people anyways. So let your customers be the driving force behind your business growth. Okay, the third thing is supporting your new partners and duplicating success. Okay, success in this business is not just about what you're doing, it's about the people that you help and the relationships that you build. Your success is tied to your ability to build a strong team and duplicate, because it doesn't matter what works, it matters what duplicates, because you don't want this to be hard for anybody. The most effective leaders are the ones who don't focus on me, and we're doing a whole Bible study series on servant leadership. They focus on helping others. So when you lead by serving somebody else, you're going to grow by default. If you focus on helping other people get to their goals, your business is going to grow. I mean, it's the most amazing thing I've ever been a part of. It. So when your partners succeed, you succeed. So, supporting your new partner starts with building trust and showing them that you genuinely care about them. Because I can promise you, they can see through the shaduki. I mean, they gonna be able to tell if you're not sincere. You got to really care about your people. And when you care about your partners and you love on them, and you spend 2 hours talking about them because they're having it has nothing to do with Zingular, and they're having issues with something else. I mean, that's the kind of relationship you want to have. That's what I have with my people. And I love them like they are my family. It's not like fake. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with business. They're my sisters. They're my family. They're my brothers. I would get up in the middle of the night and go. It doesn't matter if anybody on my team needed me. They know that they can count on me, because it's a genuine relationship. It has nothing to do with whether you sell something or not. It's building that rapport with somebody, and just you I mean, you seriously become family with them. I say all the time, it's the family you never knew you needed until you get it, and then you don't ever want to get rid of it. And that is something I try to check on, I try to check on my people at least once a week. But the ones that are ready to go, I have them call me every day. Every single day, I talk to my people, and um, they call me. And if I don't hear from them, I'm sending them a text and say, "Hey, you okay? What you doing? How can I help you?" All that kind of stuff until they start calling me again. Then I don't have to send that because I already know what they're doing. But do that. Reach out to your coach. Reach out to the person that enrolled you. Tell them you're ready to go, and let them help you, because that person is the same thing. Their business is going to grow by seeing you be successful. So when they know that you want to be successful, then they're going to help you. The same way when you start getting partners, you're going to love on them, and you're going to serve them, and you're going to help them, and they're going to, you're going to become their person. So you can't think, I've heard so many times from people on here, well, I don't want to bug you. I'm your person. If I'm your coach, I'm your person. You are not bugging me. It is blessing me to be able to help you to get to places that, and Tabitha, she's a girl that's on my front line. She says all the time, um, your ceiling is my floor, which means that I've gone through 10 years of this, and I've made all the mistakes. I know all the tips and tricks. I know all the shortcuts. So my 10 years, my ceiling where I'm at right now is y'all's floor. Like where we are right now, you don't have to go through the 10 years of crap that I went through and the mistakes and all that. I can take you to fast track as fast as you want to go. And that's what I love about this. I love being, and then same thing with your new partners. Your ceiling's going to be their floor. You're going to take everything you learn from your coach. You're going to couple that in with everything you learn from other people, and you're going to blossom, and you're going to know things. And when you have a partner and you start teaching, your ceiling will be their floor. Is that not a beautiful thing? I just love that. But everything's got to be duplicatable, and it's got to be. You got to create do your daily check-ins. Have weekly planning sessions. Do three-way calls. That's very, very important. Encourage your partners to go live. Encourage your partners to step outside of their comfort zone. Believe in them. Talk life into them until they're doing it to themselves. And everything that you do to your partners is going to duplicate. So I will warn you, whether it's positive or negative, it's going to duplicate. So whether it's good or bad, it's going to duplicate. Whether it's fast or slow, it's going to duplicate. So make sure that you are setting them up for success. And most people, and I will tell you, most people turn around and get people started with what they started with. Sometimes that's a good thing if you started with a 200-point order, or, $200 or $300 order. But if you started with one product, you're not setting somebody up for success. So even though you started there, you want to get them on the call with somebody who started higher than that, so they can tell them what they need to hit their goals. And then, get them one of those bundles. So when they start telling people, and people ask, what'd you start with? It ain't going to be one product. And it's not going to take them 10 people to get to the points of one bundle. So we want to make sure we set people for success. And gosh, the more that you figure out how to duplicate, the faster you're going to grow, obviously. But just do that. Love on your people. The fourth one is hosting your own event for growth. Y'all, I know this is scary, but if you want to grow this business, you've got to be able to get out your comfort zone and just say you're going to do it, and just do it. It doesn't have to be, it can be in person. Karen's doing one in person. It could be on Zoom. It could be on Facebook, but it gives you the ability to introduce a lot of people to the opportunity all at once. And even though you're setting it up, the person that signs you up will help you. They will help you every step of the way. They'll probably do the whole first one completely for you, and you don't even have to do anything. You set it up, you bring the people, somebody will show you how to do it. And think about the last time that you went to a live event, whether it was a Facebook live. I mean, Pampered Chef has Facebook parties all the time. I love them. I get in them all the time. They used to do the $5 jewelry. I can't remember what that was. I bought that stuff like crazy. I would sit there and I would watch them do their shows and do their like that. I mean, and it's just the energy, it's the excitement and the fear of missing out on something and just the community. And it just makes everything more real. So you want to create that same feeling for the people that, and you can do that through events. You can do that through Zooms or Facebook parties or however you want to do it. So the Zoom is I mean, it's like what we're doing now, but you invite a lot of people and then you can have somebody host. You would be the host and you can have somebody talk about the products. You can have somebody talk about the business. You can have some testimonies on there and you do it for 30 minutes. It's done. And then you sign people up. The Facebook parties, you can do it like a Facebook Live. You can do a 2 or 3 day event and introduce things over 2 or 3. There's so many ways to do it. In person, that's my favorite because we do like sip and sees where you get to taste and see and smell and you see the excitement. And I will tell you at in-person events, I have got an 87% sign up ratio. So if there's 10 people in the room, there's going to be either 8 or 9 people that enroll that night. I mean, it's just the atmosphere of it, and they can see you. They can see your passion. They can see, how much this really means to you when you're speaking. So, I love them. The first one the first event I ever did, I was like running on fire, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. And the CEO of Zingular ended up coming to that event. Didn't know him from Adam. I mean, we'd only been in it for like 4 or 5 months. I had this event and it was in Canton, Georgia, and it was right across from the hospital. We had like this auditorium. I had 87 people there for my first. I don't know where the people came from. I had like a few partners that were inviting people, and we had this whole thing. And I told them, I said, if y'all get 50 people in that room, I had made up this jingle, and it was like Ellie Mae Clampett. And I had the pigtails when I made up this jingle, and it was all about Zingular. It was the stupidest thing you've ever heard in your life. I told them, though, I said, if you get 50 people there, I will stand up in the front of the room and sing that jingle in front of God and everybody. Honey, they got 87 people there. I had to do that in front of the CEO, and 10 years, I never lived that down. Never lived that down. But it was but the excitement. They got excited. They couldn't wait. I mean, we were just running like our hair was on fire. But everybody wanted to be a part of the excitement. And there's a saying that says, if you light something on fire, people will come from miles to watch it burn. And that's how it is. And that's how our team is right now. We are on fire. Like things are exciting and people are growing and people are coming in and all the things are happening. And it is an exciting time to be with Zingular. And I just, the thing that I would encourage you to do is just do it even though you're scared. Get some people to help you, beg, borrow, and steal to get people in the room. No, don't, not literally. You know what I'm saying? Don't really beg, borrow, and steal. But beg, you can beg, but don't borrow and steal. No, I'm just kidding. So get people in the room and get people, get your audience there so they can see what you have. And then the last thing we're going to talk about, and I had mentioned it in the first, is the only way you fail with this is the simplest business. This is the simplest way for average, ordinary people to do extraordinary things. But the only way you fail is if you quit. That's it. But this is just one simple truth. And it's it's so important to lock in the long game mindset. We've got the resilient mindset because crap's going to happen. But when you lock in that long game mindset from the beginning, that's if people would understand that and could see, you go to a job and you go to a job for 40 years, 40, sometimes 50 years for the golden years, your retirement. And you get done with it, and what do you have? If you could spend 3 to 5 years in Zingular, and just work it every single day, I can't even tell you what that would do for you. 2 years it took me to match the income. It had taken me 25 years of blood, sweat, and tears, of stress, of working to where I neglected my daughter because I was trying to do more. 2 years in Singular, I matched that income. 7 months later, I doubled that income because I worked this every single day. And when I first started, I was doing it alongside a 60-hour a week work week, traveling 3 to 4 days a week. I would do it, Lord, I would wake up, do it just a little bit in the morning, do it in the bathroom. I'd do it at red lights. I do, whenever I had a minute. And I got to the end of that first year and I was making about $2,500 a month. And I was like, well, dang, I'm just kind of doing it here. And I was doing something every day, but I was just like, I was just playing around with it. And I said to myself, I wonder what would happen if I really started being intentional with it. Now, Kevin, he's over there. By the end of that second year, when I was working 2 full-time jobs, he thought I was going to die because I was not sleeping very much. But I was having the best time of my life. And at the end of that second year, I was making 6 figures with Singular while working a 60-hour-a-week job. And Kevin says to me, you got to choose. You can't keep working 2 full-time jobs. You are constantly doing this. And he said, and I was just like, how do you choose that? How do you choose stability with Singular? Because I'd only been doing this, a couple of years. It was scary. But he said, what if God's waiting for you to step out on faith? And I walked away. And that was the right decision for me because 7 months later, I got to a whole nother level and doubled the income that it had taken me 25 years to get to. And it's just like when you put everything, this whole industry with the compensation plan and just how the average ordinary person can do this is just absolutely just unbelievable. And, there's not one thing that you can't do. There's not one goal that you can't hit. There's not one amount, there's no amount of money that you can't earn with this. Like there are no limits, none. There's no money limits. There's no limits to how many people you can help. There's no limits to how many people you can have products. There's no limits to how many, there's no limits unless you set them. That's it. Just take the limits off and run like your tail's on fire. You know, that's all you do. Do it every day. And then it's a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more people are going to say yes. You're also going to have more people say no, but you're also going to have more people say yes. And again, the no's, they're not scary. You know, that no is just going to get you closer to that next yes. And it's going to be one to put in your book for follow up because later on they're going to say yes. But today's just not their day and it's okay. It's okay. It's just about building relationships and loving people. And you do not have to be perfect to do this. You just do it. Just listen to your coach and just build relationships with people. Show them find out what their goals are, ask questions, find out what their needs are, and answer those needs. You know? And everybody right now, I can promise you, everybody needs an extra $500,000 a month. So talk to every single person about the opportunity. Don't leave that blessing out. Never leave the blessing of the business out of this because I did that the whole first year. And what happened was I had so many customers who needed our products, but they couldn't afford them long term. So I took the way that they could pay for them. I made the decision that they didn't need the business because I omitted the information. So go find people. Go find people that need what you have. The business, the products, the just the community that we have, the emotional support, the spiritual support. It's everything. And when you become part of something bigger than you, you can't help but just want to share it with people. So we're glad that you're here. We want you to run and we want you to make this whatever it is that you want it. We're going to love you where you're at. whatever it is that you want. If you want to crawl, we'll crawl with you. If you want to jog, we'll jog with you. If you want to trot, we'll trot with you. If you want to run, honey, we gonna run. And the person that signed you up, you know, you've got a whole team of people, because I can promise you, you got a team of people who are going to be behind you, and we'll push you, we'll love you, we'll support you, we'll talk to people for you, we'll do all the things. But you are the difference, because every single person in this entire industry has the same products. We have the same compensation plan. We have the same training. We have the same corporate staff. The only difference is you. That's it. Everybody's got the same 24 hours in a day. So make it a priority. Run and kill it, because you can. You can do hard things. So I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I'm going to stop the recording. Hang on.